The threat posed by the coronavirus pandemic has forced world leaders to try to rally their citizens around in curbing the spread of the killer disease. In the meantime, the leaders and the media have adopted the use of war terms to describe efforts to contain the disease that was first reported in China in November of 2019. For instance, medical personnel and other essential services workers have been referred to as frontline soldiers.
Fellow Kenyans, I believe that it is in moments like this that the true character of a nation and a people is revealed.
The leaders are not alone, as even the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has termed efforts to contain COVID-19 as dealing with war.
Our world faces a common enemy. We are at war with a virus. COVID-19 is killing people as well as attacking the real economy at its core: trade, supply chains, businesses, jobs.
Even though the use of military terms is compelling, with such appealing terms as identifying the enemy, frontline warriors, and traitors and deserters who break social distancing rules, scholars warn that the metaphors hide pitfalls that are particularly dangerous. Writing in the Journal of Conversation, Costanza Musu, an associate professor of public and international affairs at the University of Ottawa in Canada, says that the use of military terms turns everyone into a soldier, in which politicians call for obedience rather than awareness and appeal to our patriotism, not to our solidarity. Musu warns that there are shifts across the world in which leaders tend to lean towards what she describes as dangerous authoritarian power grabs and ruling by decree, punishing people who defy orders and giving government ministries the power to detain and isolate people, ban public gatherings, including protests, and shut down ports and airports. Writing for American Friends Service Committee, Saurav Upadhyay argues that while the war metaphors in the short term may sometimes be effective in conveying urgency and mobilizing resources, in the long term, they breed fear. Saurav says that fear can in turn be weaponized by governments to promote militarized responses which focus more on social control other than on public health. Saurav calls the framing of language in terms will help build safe and peaceful communities that all people deserve. Human beings, however, cannot think without metaphors, as they help make sense of the world around us. It is critical for those working to advance peace to talk about the crisis in ways that emphasizes shared values and goals.